took my Z06 down to Bryan's Yellow Jacket Garage for an oil change. Got the Paragon Performance Oil Change Kit, the procedures, and all the tools necessary to do this job. Jacked up the car, learned a lot, want to share this information with you, so here we go. You're watching the Road Odyssey YouTube channel, and if you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe, and if you're on Rumble, please follow. And if you like, you can follow me on the Road Odyssey Facebook page as well. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke, hope you're having a fantastic day. I am down at the great wilderness of Bryan's Yellow Jacket Garage. Thank you very much to Bryan on the other side of the camera for allowing me to do this. A little bit of an unboxing and an oiling routine for the Z06. So I ordered my oil kit from Paragon Performance, and we decided to go this route because it has everything in there you need. I just went out to the Paragon Performance website, clicked on the C8Z06, and went down to maintenance. From there, I chose the Mobil 1 C8 Corvette Z06 Oil Change Kit. 8 quarts of 5W50. The other part of this is it uses an oil cartridge, so that's nice. And the other is the plug for the oil reservoir, not the engine, but the reservoir for the dry sump. So 3 items. Oh, wait, there's more. I forgot. So for the cartridge, when you take this out, that cartridge cap has an O-ring, so we'll be changing out the O-ring. Total cost of this package was $172.77, and that included free shipping. And I watched Paragon Performance's video and copied word for word everything we're supposed to do. Fingers crossed. So that should in theory be good. You can easily find the oil change procedures for the Z06 by way of going out to YouTube and looking for Paragon Performance Z06 Oil Change. And now let's review the procedure more precisely. You'll begin by opening the engine compartment. On the HTCs, if you forget to open the convertible body panel and put it in service position, fret not. When it comes time to oil the car and you need to open that panel up, just go into the cab and press the start engine button without doing anything else. That will put you in accessory mode, and from there you can open up the convertible body panel and put it into service position. Then bring it to running temperature, anywhere between 150 and 175. While the oil's still warm, raise the car. I'm going to skip a little bit between steps 4 and 5. 15 millimeter socket, remove the engine oil plug. Let it drain. Once that's done, inspect that plug and put it back in, 18 pounds-feet of torque. Then you can move over to the reservoir plug. You push up and turn counterclockwise, 1/4 turn. It comes out easily. You're using that 3/8 inch extension to do this. Now, once that reservoir is emptied out, you will put in the new reservoir plug, ensuring that it's got the new ring on it as well. Wet that ring down with some oil, and then just do the opposite. Push it back up in, 1/4 turn clockwise, ensure that it is snug. Next, move over to the oil filter cap. Using the 32 millimeter socket, remove the cap and get out the old filter. Remove the old O-ring off the cap. Put on the new O-ring and wet it down with some oil. Then add the filter to the cap, push it on snugly. Then that whole piece, you'll put that back into place and snug it down with the socket at 18 pound-feet. Inspect everything under the car, make sure you're happy with it. Now, step 6, you're going to add the new oil, lower the car, pour in 7.5 quarts. Start the engine, let the engine warm up to 175 degrees. Check for leaks under the car while the car is running and warming up. Check the fill level with the dipstick while the car is still running. Add more oil as needed with the level as closely to completely full up to that second hole in the indication portion of the dipstick. Get it up there as full as possible. You will very, very likely use all 8 quarts. So you'll probably pour in that last half a quart. Just as an FYI, you can find other procedures out on the internet if you look hard enough. Laid out on the table, you'll see I have the funnel and my procedures, the 15 millimeter socket, the 3/8 inch extension, which I ended up getting a longer one so that I could grab a hold of it, 32 millimeter socket for the filter and socket wrench, gloves, towels, and the drain pan. There's the Corvette. Here's all the stuff. We're up on the Quickjacks, Bryan's Quickjacks, and they are actually pretty quick. I'll include photographs of how the Quickjacks are set up. I'm dying to change the oil. So let's get into it. Here we go. Wheels. Here's that reservoir plug. There's the engine oil plug. And right up here, it's the engine filter. And you see we're at 145 right now. I'll give it another minute and I'll begin opening up those drain plugs down below. So got the drain plug. You can kind of see it dripping a little bit, maybe. So oil there. Here's the drain plug here. And looking at it, it seems just fine. It's not one of those where you have a crush washer as I play with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back in a minute. Just get it up in there, and then I'm gonna move over to the the reservoir and start draining from there. Okay, just did the reservoir plug, and originally I thought that the shorter 3/8 extension would be perfectly good, but my hands were a little bit too oily and I couldn't get a grip on it, so Bryan handed me this longer one and I could really wrap my hands around that. Taking that plug out, when you first push up and do that quarter turn, you can really see it moving up in the socket that it is placed into. So you can visually tell what you're doing easily. It's not something to freak out with. You just push up, quarter turn, maybe a hairball more than a quarter turn, but it will come out easily. And let me tell you, when the oil comes out up here, it gushes. It is a lot, and it filled up this oil pan readily. So despite the fact that it's got a good hole in it, evidently the little weep hole right here is not big enough. So we just almost overfilled this drain pan. This is still a good plug. There's nothing wrong with this. I could probably reuse this. So don't throw these away. Keep them, as backups. Anytime you got a O-ring on something, you're going to want to oil that, get it wet. Just like when the oil filter goes back in, the O-ring for that's going to get oiled up too. So just a quick reminder. Here's the oil filter cap, pardon me. Going to take off this old O-ring, put on the new one, oil it up, get the new filter in here and just shove it back in and be done with it. One last check underneath. And it's good to maybe clean around the orifices where all the items go in and out down here, because that way you can see if something's leaking that way too, but nothing on the ground. A quick screenshot from Paragon Performance's video. Looking at the dipstick, you will, at 7.5, be just over the bottom hole, about maybe a third of the way up. When you add the final half a quart, you're going to be pretty close to the very top hole. Using Quickjacks, I use Bryan's BL5000 SLX. Here's the full kit, the compressor, the lines, and the 2 metal runs, and then you'll have 4 pucks. And these need to be the taller, approximately 4-inch high pucks. Positioning under the Corvette can actually be pretty easy. So when I did this, I lined up the pucks with the strakes up underneath, right in between the front two. So that was pretty much right at the front of the jacks. And then if I hurry up and move to the back, here we go. You'll see the back puck is at the very back of the jack. And it's pretty close to where that hole is, where the frame angles. Before lifting the car any more than a couple of inches, guarantee that it is very stable before proceeding. A look with the car all the way up on the jacks. The front puck is all the way up to the front of the frame of the jack with the puck in between the 2 strakes. The rear puck is at the very back of the jack frame, very close to where the frame angles. So it's pretty far back. It's all on the framing. It is extremely stable and very easy to line up. Thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hope you learned a little bit more from this, along with watching the Paragon Performance video. And with that, relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.